children, Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is here to meet this need. Through school breakfast and lunch, backpack, and summer food programs, the food bank's mission is to end hunger in our region. To learn more information, get help, or donate, call 412-460-FOOD or visit pittsburghfoodbank.org. Let's come together to make sure no child goes to bed hungry.
12 minutes on the clock as we enter the fourth quarter here at Taggart Stadium, and a 14-point lead here for the Scotties. It'll be second down and 20 from the 27-yard line here for the Blue Devils as we change the sides of the field as the officials will race down to the other side as we speak to lay the ball down if we can start the fourth quarter here, James. But it's been one of the most action-packed playoff games we've seen in a long time. Back and forth and an opportunity here for see what Burgettstown can do. But more importantly, look at what the Scotties can do defensively. They have really caught fire here in the third quarter. Now we enter the fourth.
Yeah, they have caught fire big time. And I'll tell you what, too, the crazy part of it, our tech team is running around as much as Kozier and Thomas are on the field.
They're kind of our MVP here tonight.
We need many MVPs. Give a shout-out to Eric Thomas and Tyler Polk. They're running the show out at Mohawk with Aaron Vigiano and Rob Nattell doing the stuff. Lee Moan and Jay Moan down at the Laurel game. The Laurel students, I got to give a shout-out to Chris Vandazzi and his entire crew, Zane and Schaefer and everybody, for everything that they've done for us as well to get that game on the air. Both those games have gone final. Laurel defeated in a shutout, Mohawk winning 42-0 in their game. Here, 44-30, they finally get the ball correct. It's going to be third down and a country mile. Called third down and 19. Kozier's going to keep cutting to the right edge, bounces off one man, bounces off another, and then he's going to get dragged out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Gain of maybe 3 yards on the play. That's it.
And as I was talking about MVP, remember after the game we'll announce tonight's MVP of the game, brought to you by MVP Insurance. Get into the game with MVP Insurance. Yeah, this is a scenario here where you hate to punt the ball away when you're trailing by 14, but you really have no choice. I mean, it was probably best thing to do. The only thing is you're putting it into the wind and into the potential arms of Gunn and
Thomas. And, I was worried about maybe a fake potentially. And Gunn's carry, taking on bounce up the 30-yard line, makes one man miss. Again, a big block from Thomas. Across the 40, across midfield, dragged down at the 46-yard line of Burgettstown. That's a return of about 25 yards. And Union, again, great starting field position in plus territory.
Yeah, how about that? Let's give that a Castle Asphalt. Probably a big fourth down conversion on that punt return and the block by Thomas. Castle Asphalt provides commercial and residential asphalt paving and commercial site work, including line striping. Visit castleasphalt.com for more information and request a free estimate.
So Union, early fourth quarter, a 14-point advantage.
Lawrence County Sports
Snap up the middle. Huge hole for Thomas. First down and more across the 40, into the 35, or down to the 25, down close to the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 22. That's a gain of 24.
Yeah, Thomas just went right up the middle. Once he got into the secondary, it was just a matter of him making a few moves, and they kind of got him by the shoestring to bring him down. And they'll bring up a first down and 10 just outside the red zone.
So Union, their fifth drive of the second half, Tim, they are 4 for 4. Or they were 4 for 4 before that last fumble after they got their third straight turnover. Trying to make it 5 of 6 in the second half as Thomas drops back to throw on first and 10. He's going to kind of throw this one away as he was scrambling for his life from Teddy Gray.
And we might as well throw our congratulations again out to Braylon Thomas, who was our winner of the LCAP Player of the Month, or excuse me, the LGKG Athlete of the Month award, as he ran for 1,000 yards and threw for 1,000 yards during the 10-week regular season.
Yeah, he did it last year with the aid of a few playoff games. Ernie Burks did it back for Neshannock about 10 years ago, and Chris Hood right here at Newcastle did that about 4 or 5 years ago, but no one's ever done it in the regular season. Here's something we haven't seen tonight. Mike Gunn in the Wildcat. Thomas, the receiver, to the left, one of 3 receivers to the left, and it'll just be a design run for Gunn up the middle. His first carry of the game. He gets inside the 20, inside the 15, shake and bake before he's finally dragged down after a gain of about 7 yards.
Yeah, he zigs and zags with the best of them. Well, you love when anytime you see ways to feature Mike Gunn with the ball. That's the 3rd or 4th different way we've seen them use him here tonight, and just line them up. I think that's going to really be key as they move forward, hopefully, in the force defense to recognize where he's at and give Braylon Thomas an
44-30. We'll keep it right here. And remind you, coming up after the game, we will announce our MVP of the game. It's brought to you by MVP Insurance, where they coach clients to better prices, better coverage. Call MVP for the win. And frankly, both these quarterbacks have been MVPs for their respective teams tonight. Braylon Thomas, 134 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. He also has 107 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. Brody Kozier, 55 yards in the passing touchdown. How about 112 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns as well? These 2 guys have been lights out all night long.
It's been phenomenal to watch these 2 quarterbacks play tonight because they've laid it all out here for both teams and do it. But right now, in the red zone is the Scotties, and they're looking to take advantage of this opportunity to try to get to that half-century mark on the scoreboard as they lead 44-30.
They've only hit 50 once. That was against Springdale in non-conference action. That was back in week 5. Thomas on 3rd and 3 has Cartwright to his right. Thomas looked to run the whole way, and I think he was moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, we got a false start there here on the offense.
Feels like an eternity ago. Remember the end of the first half, Tim? The blocked punt?
I know.
That feels like ages ago.
Yeah.
Union blocked a punt with some amount of time on the clock.
Anywhere between 2 to 4 seconds left in the game in the first half. The scoreboard never did get information how much to put on the score, but there was 2 more plays that were played on the field before we went to halftime.
So 3rd and 3 just became 3rd and 8. Thomas is going to send 4 receivers to the right from inside out. It's Cartwright, Blakely, Gunn, Gettings. Jonky, the low receiver to the left. That's where he's looking. Pump and go. He's going to fire towards the end zone. It's going to be caught right at the goal line, and he's in there. The pump and go for the 3rd touchdown for Dane Jonky, and that just might be the icing on the cake.
It definitely should be as they get a 20-point lead with the conversion still to come here for the Scotties. But, yeah, once again, that was just a great play call. You go empty backfield. You sent 4 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. And then you just let Braylon Thomas do what he does best. He kind of rolls to his left a little bit, does the fake punk, and then throws a strike to Jonky for the touchdown.
High snap corralled by Blakely. The kick from Stanley inside the right, upright and good with exactly 10 minutes to play. Union 51, Burgettstown 30. Let's step aside. Be back in a moment on LC Sportsnet and the NFHS Sports Network.
After 2 shoulder surgeries, my doctor wanted me to go to his physical therapy, which was out of town, and I chose Washington Center Physical Therapy.
The availability is absolutely amazing. When we call to get an athlete in, we get them in the exact same day.
I see many patients preoperatively for orthopedic surgeries. Those patients who use Washington Center have the best outcomes.
The bottom line is Washington Center Physical Therapy is your best choice for physical therapy.
Call us at Washington Center Physical Therapy, serving the community for over 20 years.
The only thing better than that Braylon Thomas pump fake was the one I just gave our producer, Josh Toman, for his work tonight. Jacob Walzer got the nice shot of that one. You get shots from something for your wall photography here in the house tonight. And when you got 81 points on the board, Tim, I think we're going to find plenty of photos to look at. Currently 51-30, Union in the lead.
Yeah, it'll help us make our decision on the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award. Will be coming up after tonight's game. And, oh, my, we got like a laundry list to choose from.
Thomas, 154 yards through the air, 107 yards on the ground, 7 total touchdowns. Actually, that's all 7 touchdowns accounted for by Thomas. And he's also doing the kicking duties. Squib kick taken at the 20-yard line by Burgettstown. Schrockman, he's got an avenue to the 40, to the 45-50. He's off to the races. He's done it again. Schrock and the Blue Devils not going away yet, folks. An 80-yard kick return for a touchdown.
Yeah, Zach Schockman did exactly what he wanted to do. Once he got brass containment, it was just a foot race. They couldn't catch him. They were trying to run him down, but there was no chance as he was able to stretch it out for that run back. And simple as that, we're back to a 2-touchdown lead here for the Scotties with still just under 10 minutes here to play. There's a lot of time left in this game, James.
Oh, yes, there is. We talked about it. That's his second kick return for a touchdown. He also has 2 punt returns for a touchdown, 5 receiving touchdowns on the year. He is the wild card, and we talked about whether there might be a special teams touchdown. There it is. We'll keep it right here as the kick is good. 51-37 now the score, and still 9:47 left to go here, Tim.
Yeah, it's, you know, you look at 58 points put on the scoreboard. I mean, it's just, 88 points on the scoreboard. It's just absolutely insanity, you know, what you're saying. With still 9:47 here to play. It is just an opportunity of who's going to have the ball last possibility here, and there's a lot of games still to be played. You want to, let's tell you about Health in Motion. There is no referral needed to visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy. Come in with 15-minute consultation and save those unnecessary trips to the doctor's office. Don't wait months to start feeling better. Notice the difference after the first visit. Call 724-856-3683 and they'll get in the office within 48 hours. Physical therapy can help with all your pains and adjustments necessary for athletes.
Well, that touchdown right there ends a streak of 5 straight touchdowns scored by the Scotties. It was 30-17 in favor of Burgettstown. And now here comes the onside kick, and Union wasn't ready for it, fighting for it. Burgettstown says they have it, and they do. And guess who it is? The quarterback recovers it. Brody Kozier. The front line was standing about 5 yards too far back. Now they're going to discuss, did it make it 10 yards? It for sure did. Burgettstown onside kick recovery.
Yeah, there's something that Coach Nee is going to have to really talk to his team about in this coming week. If they advance, they can't afford to give up extra possessions like this. There's no need for that. And unfortunately, they're going to have a short field to have the ball at the 50-yard line right there. So it went just the minimum when they got on the ball.
And again, it was recovered by Brody Kozier. He has a fumble recovery in the game. He's got 4 total touchdowns in the game, and now he's under center with the ball right at midfield, just under 10 minutes to play. He's going to pitch right, looking for Rudy Brown, trying to find some room. Not a whole lot of room whatsoever, because guess who's there? Jamel Mitchell and company to make the tackle. Lucas Stanley also in on the stop for a 2-yard gain.
And now the challenge is again switches back to the Scotties defense. We've seen a lot of plays on the field here tonight. They have to be able to come up with a big stop here and change this momentum back their way. They need that blue wall. Let's see if they can come up with it one more time.
They've already forced 3 fumbles here in the second half, 4 in the game. Second down and 8 from the 48. Kozier looking to pass. One-on-one is Schrockman with Jonke. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be out of the range of both receivers. Schrockman actually turned more defender than he did offensive player.
Yeah, I was kind of curious to see if the flag was going to come out there against Jonke because he was really on top of Jonke to try to keep him away from that ball. He became the defender on that pass as he was making sure that Dwayne Jonke could not get to the ball. So big third down coming up here. See what they can do.
3rd and 8, 9:04 remaining.
You got to figure it's 4-down territory, so they don't need all 8.
Brown will switch from sidecar right to sidecar left of Kozier in the gun, and he's going to go zone read, and at the last second pull it out. He's going to get forward past the 45 down to the 44-yard line. Dangerous how long he keeps the ball in the breadbasket, but that's the trust that you have in your senior running back and senior quarterback working together.
It looked like Brown had a full grip on the ball, too, and he ripped it right out of his own grip to run it, and it was a good decision. He picked up 6. Now 4th and 4, so huge play coming up here for the defense for the Scotties.
Burgettstown scored a touchdown on the second play of the second half. Since then, a couple of fumbles, a couple of punts, the kick return touchdown, and now a 4th down and 4 from the Union 44.
Got to assume they're going to keep it in the hands of Kosher and let him make decisions.
Trips left on 4th and 4. Low snap, and I think Coach Nee called a timeout before the snap. Yes, he did. The Union defense was scrambling all over the place, not entirely sure what to do. We'll keep it right here for this Pontius Insurance timeout. And again, remind you, coming up after the game, we will have our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award coming up. Maley Chiropractic, proud sponsors of that Play of the Game Award. Remember, a great play usually involves great teamwork, and that's what you get with Dr. Argero, Dr. Bowser, and Dr. Mitch Maley. They were voted best of the best chiropractor in Lawrence County, and they learn from each other new tips and tricks to help keeping you feeling your best. Also want to give a shout out to our powering sponsor, the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. You mentioned the Athlete of the Month. We also had our LCAP Team of the Month, the WPIAL Champion Mohawk Girls Cross Country Team as your LCAP Team of the Month. Give a shout out to LCAP Early Learning. It's right there past the scoreboard, Tim, the LCAP Main Early Learning Center here at Ben Franklin. If you need to get a kid into early learning, visit lccap.org for more information. Or you ever want to have a experience in terms of working with children? Well, guess what? They're looking for you. LCAP Early Learning looking to hire right now. Visit lccap.org/join our team if you've ever wanted an exciting career working with children. That's LCAP Early Learning. That was the final timeout by the Scotties, for the record, with 8:18 remaining. They lead 51-37. You heard that correctly. 51-37. 4th and 4 for Burgettstown at the 44 of Union. Kosher in the gun with 3 receivers left. One to the right, that's Schrockman. Looks like they're double teaming on Schrockman. Try to get the hard count, didn't work. Dropping back, throw over the middle. It's going to be caught in traffic for a first down right at the sticks. Making the catch out of the backfield was big number 2, the running back. And that was Rody Brown making the catch. Somehow, I think I went through the helmet of Denon Bowen.
Actually, I think that was Charles, number 3, that caught the ball. But needless to say, huge play on that desperation screen that ended up being forward enough and keep this drive alive. So a huge play conversion there on 4th down for Burgettstown.
How about Burgettstown 3 for 3 on 4th downs now, Tim? They still trail by 2 scores, and time going to become the enemy. They're down 8. Kosher, throw over the middle. It's a little bit behind the intended target. Incomplete. Schrockman blanketed by Jonke, and the throw not quite on the money. By the way, that was Kosher's first completion of the second half, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
I think you're right now I think about it. They haven't really thrown a lot, but it is going to be important for them to be able to save some time and get some yardage that way. So we'll see exactly what they come up here as this becomes a 2nd down and 10 at the Scotties 34-yard line. Kosher
in the gun. Zone read. Handoff this time to Brown. Gets to the outside. He's upended by Gunn at the 30 for a 4-yard pickup. 3rd down and about 6 to go. Clock 7:35 and counting. All 3 timeouts still remaining, though, for Burgettstown, though they trail by 2 scores.
Yeah, and they're not in a real hurry yet. They're still huddling up. They're not going no huddle. They're not calling plays at the line of scrimmage type scenario.
Brown, 137 on the ground. Kosher with 116 on the ground. The Hogs up front have done a fantastic job. Union has been stout here in the second half defensively. Can they make another stand? 3rd down and 6. 2 tight ends set, 2 receivers, 1 receiver each way. Speed option left. Kosher going nowhere. Hit a blue wall, a brick wall, right in the middle of the hole. Believe that was Denon Bowen making the hit.
Might have been Mitchell there, too.
Yeah, it was big 55, Denon Bowen.
55, okay, yeah. What a great play. That's what they needed there. Another 4th down coming up.
78, Jordan Brown also in there making that stick. Gain of 1, 4th down, and a short 5, a long 4.
Castle Asphalt 4th down conversion opportunity here for Burgettstown.
They're 0 for 6 on their last 6 3rd down attempts, but they've converted all 3 4th downs. Can they do it again? They go with the hard count. Don't get it. Actually, there is a whistle. Somebody moved.
Yeah,
false start.
False start on the offense.
The offense moved.
They're going to still have to go on 4th down, trailing by 14. So.
Yeah, they were going anyway. They were hoping to get the hard count and maybe be enough to move the chains.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 5 going the other way would have given them the first down, but it's now be just shy of 10 yards they'll need here on 4th down. Play comes in from the sidelines with McNabb. McNabb will be the receiver. He'll be out to the right. And they'll have two receivers, James, out to the left.
4th down and 10 from the 34-yard line. They got to get to the 24, does Burgettstown, to move the chains. Kozier dropping back. Mitchell coming through the middle. He's going to drag him down from behind. Throw is picked off. He got the throw off, and it's picked off by Dennis Bowen. Dennis Bowen, he's going, and he's dragged down. He had one man to beat. He had eyes for the end zone, and he wanted it but didn't get there. He's dragged down at the 43-yard line, but another turnover by the Union Scotties defense.
Oh, you got to give it up to Mitchell. He has been such a disturbance in that defensive line for the Scotties all night long. That time putting the pressure on Kozier and making him have to throw that ball before he wanted to. We have a flag down back at the 39-yard line.
It's going to be a blindside block after the interception. Yeah, you can't make a block going back towards the line of scrimmage, but back towards the your own defensive end zone. So it would have been for none anyway. But while we have a moment, let's talk about Denon Bowen. He just got his first interception of the year. Denon didn't play last year, hadn't played for a couple of years, so he missed out on the championship run last year. He comes in immediately as a senior, takes over the center position, taking over for his cousin, by the way, Mason Benedict. And I was told this week why he wears number 55. Well, the last 3 years, you've had now 3 different centers. Nick Vitale was number 53. Mason Benedict was number 54. Denon Bowen, number 55. Just keep on going throughout the process. And if I'm not mistaken, was Tyler Benedict, his older cousin, wasn't he 56 when he was on the line? I'm asking Dom Summers because that was about his time. That sounds right.
Yeah.
How about that for the old memory bank? That's one Shawsey would be proud of as Union takes the snap from the own 24-yard line, a 2-yard gain on first down. 6:06 and a running clock here remaining.
And right now you just want to be able to get yardage, put yourself in second and third down short situations. So they pick up 2 on second down. Again, you don't need, obviously if you can get all 8, fantastic, but you want to just keep it on the ground and plow forward and try to get about 4 or 5 yards on this and bring up a third down and keep that clock running.
10 on the play clock, 5:35 on the game clock. Trips left on 2nd and 8. Union leading by 2 scores, 51-37. Handoff for the first time tonight. It's a handoff.
That's Gunn.
And that is Gunn on the carry. Only a second carry of the day. It's a gain out to the 30-yard line. Pick up call it a gain of 3.
Yeah, you don't see him. Usually you see Gunn in the Wildcat as a direct snap taken. At this time he gets the handoff from Thomas. Takes it upfield for about 3, maybe 4 yards. Bring up a third down and 5 coming up here. So big third down here for this offense. Clock continues to roll as the play clock down to 15 here, James. And we're under 5 minutes here to play in the fourth quarter.
51-37 your score. Union with 5 straight touchdowns in the second half to break this game back open when they actually trailed by 2 scores. 4 receivers left. Thomas looks to throw right, and it's going to be a hitch and a catch right at the sticks for a first down. Dane Jonke now over the century mark receiving after that 7-yard gain.
Yeah, nice little curl pattern just out to the flats. He was able to make the catch right at the sticks and pick up the first down and keep that clock rolling. And that is the key here for the Scotties. They could put this game away with a couple more first downs. Right now, we're at 4 minutes, 30 seconds here. And play clock down to 18, so they're in good situation.
How about this? That's only the 6th time that Union has had a third down here tonight. They're 3 for 6 on those third down attempts.
That's a nice percentage.
Gunn to the left of Thomas. He'll take the snap with 2 on the play clock. Another handoff for Gunn. Stutter step. He's going to fall forward up the middle. Not much room there at all. Maybe a gain of 1, and that is it. Union has 4 minutes to hang on. They'll have a date with Clairton. They defeated the Laurel Spartans earlier tonight.
Well, with the 40-second clock start, just about 4:02 on the time clock, so they'll get this down to almost under 3 minutes, 25 seconds before they have to snap it. So, great scenario here. Just kind of milk this clock. You could take 2 minutes off without even getting a first down.
4 receivers left. No one in the backfield other than the quarterback, Thomas. He looks to throw again. He's going to go pump and go, and he has Jonke deep, open, caught at the 30. He's gone. Make it a fresh 4 touchdowns on the night for Dane Jonke, all in the second half. Hold the phone. There's a flag in the backfield.
Yeah, it's in the holding scenario. Let's wait and see, though. It may have been a late hit.
That is a hold. 63-yard touchdown is going to come back. They did the pump and go again after they just ran that little hitch.
So they'll mark that off from the line of scrimmage. But what a call.
Yeah, how about that? You think you're just running the ball, running out the clock, maybe the quick hitch, just to gain a couple of yards and keep it in bounds? How about the throw, though? I mean, when I talked to Coach Druga last night, the one thing he said is that you got such crazy athletes in this backfield, big, strong athletes in Braylon Thomas and Mike Gunn, but then the accuracy throwing the ball from Thomas this year has just been uncanny. That was the only word he could use to describe it, just how incredible and uncanny it was, how he threw the football. Pinpoint accuracy, and that one off his back foot, flushed out to the right and put it right in the breadbasket. But it goes for naught, and Thomas now is going to go on the quick slant, and it's going to be incomplete. Tight coverage this time from Schrockman, knocking away from Jonke.
A little surprised they threw the ball there. I thought for sure they would just, spread the field and let Thomas run the ball to keep that clock moving. Kind of give a free time out there to Burgettstown with that incomplete. And it's now 3rd down and long. So now do you throw the ball here, or do you just run it and try to take off the next, minute? I know they have 3 timeouts too, so.
Yeah, if this is the time that you have a screen or a draw play that you feel comfortable with, this is probably the time to do it.
Yeah.
With 3:13 remaining, 51-37 your score, Union up. They go 3 receivers to the left, Cartwright, sidecar left, and it's going to be a bobbled snap. It's going to be a carry for Thomas, bounces to the right side, jumps over a man on the ground, and gets out to the 31-yard line. Gain of 4, and there's the first Burgettstown timeout with 3:04 remaining. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout here as well on lcsportsnet.com and NFHS Sports Network.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates, or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
3:04 remaining, Union leading 51-37. The 5-seed Scotties trailed 30-17, but rattled off 5 straight touchdowns to take control in the second half. But guess what? It's not done yet, especially when you got big Mr. Schrockman. Zach Schrockman's already got a kick return for a touchdown, a long touchdown reception. He's got 2 punt return for touchdowns on the year. He waits at his own 35-yard line awaiting this punt from Thomas. And we'll see if the Union coaching staff said, hey, just punt it out of bounds. And rolling out a rugby-style punt here from Thomas, kind of off the side of his foot, and it's going to bounce near midfield, takes a Burgettstown bounce, and pulls up like a Dom Summers 9-iron there right at midfield and sticks.
Hey, a big shout out to the Sons of Italy for sponsoring tonight's free audio broadcast on lcsportsnet.com. A big Thanksgiving Eve event coming up. Diddy's Turns to Fitties show, the Turkey Eve event featuring TJ Hill, Starfunkel, and Cuzzy's Reunion. Just $10 for the show. Buy tickets. Only 300 tickets are being sold. Tickets are going fast. Get yours now at 724-658-9390 for more information. Or visit Sons of Italy's 1171 on Facebook.
Carry for Brown on a little pitch. He gets across midfield down to the 47-yard line. Gain of 4 on first down.
Yeah, the clock is really becoming their enemy because they're huddling up still, James, and it's going to take more time every time they huddle up. They're going to start calling plays from the line of scrimmage.
As soon as the play ended, you saw somebody who was sprinting over. That was Jacob McNabb to get the play call. But, yeah, you've already wasted 25 seconds here between snaps. Down to 2:20 remaining. Under center, Kosher rolling out to his left. Going to go throwback for a screen to the right. Caught at the line of scrimmage, but reading it the whole way was Lucas Stanley. It'll be a tackle for a loss, and Burgettstown's going to have to burn their second timeout. Let's take another 30-second timeout here on the Lawrence County Sportsnet and the NFHS Sports Network.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Xenopal or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County Sportsnet.
2:10 remaining, one timeout remaining for Burgettstown. They trail Union 51-37. Glad you're listening courtesy of the Sons of Italy, Lodge 1171, or watching live or archived on NFHS Network. 3rd down and 8 to go. Kruger in the gun, 2 receivers each way. The lefty drops back, looking down the field, steps up in the pocket, and right on cue, Jamel Mitchell making the sack. We were just talking in the break about what an impact he's made, Tim. He's gotten in the backfield. He had a block punt earlier, but he's made a lot of plays like that.
He has been in that backfield consistently tonight. He has hobbled at times on that defensive line. He's led that defensive line, getting that penetration into the backfield, really causing some havoc for them. And right now, you know, they're conceding the game every time they're huddling up, which is a wonderful thing, watching the Scotties come away here with just a little over 90 seconds left in this game.
Faced adversity early, did the Scotties, but they have persevered. They need to persevere on one more play. 4th down and 15 for Burgettstown. Kruger dropping back, blitz up the A-gap, throw to the near sideline. It's going to be incomplete. Had to rush the throw again because of pressure up the gut. Turnover on downs with 1:21 remaining, and that's going to be all she wrote. The Scotties are going to survive and advance in their quest to repeat as WPIAL champions.
Yeah, you got to love it. This is a game that they were challenged. I don't know if going into tonight's game they expected to be challenged as much as they were, but they came up big. All they got to do now is go into victory formation a couple times, and it should do the trick to end tonight's ball game. But congratulations to the Scotties coming up big here at Taggart Stadium in Newcastle on a neutral field in the opening round of the WPIAL. And that is victory formation being given as they'll take the snap, and going down to a knee is Braylon Thomas. He'll hand the ball back to the official, and a clock will continue to run. It doesn't look like they're going to use that final timeout, James, so they'll just have to snap it one more time here, and this game is going to come to an end, and a big win here for the Scotties as they'll move on in the WPIAL.
Tim, they trailed after the touchdown to start the second half. The Scotties trailed 30-17. A Thomas 4-yard run, a Jonky 68-yard touchdown catch, Thomas a quarterback sneak, Jonky 2 more catches from 8 and 20 yards out. 5 straight scores. All of a sudden it's 51-30. It's just absolutely incredible what that turnaround was. That 5 straight scores from the Scotties flipped the script, and that's all she wrote here from Taggart Stadium. It was a dandy. Lights were flashing all night long. The scoreboard somehow stays strong. The Scotties moving on to the quarterfinals with a 51-37 victory. We'll take a quick break, come back with your Tri-County Principal postgame show here on the Lawrence County Sportsnet and NFHS Network.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's high school football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the WPIAL Scoreboard Show, only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Hi, this is Don Rebel. Join me in a cast of thousands for all the scores with recaps from the top games. Plus, we highlight the night on the Trib.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania.
Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
It's the Tri-County Principals postgame show here on the Lawrence County Sportsnet, powered by LCAP. Well, it wasn't pretty at times. Well, if you like defensive football, it wasn't pretty. If you like lights out scoring all around the field, well, guess what? This was the place to be tonight. 51-37 is your final score here from Taggart Stadium. With Tim Continenza alongside, I'm James Dotson. Glad to be here for the fun here. 51 points, the second most scored on the season, Tim. I mean, it was chaos on the field. It's chaos all around us right now as we're trying to get packed up here quickly here from Taggart Stadium. Just quick thoughts of this game as a whole and what crazy chaos it was.
It was chaos. We've seen a little everything from the officials being confused at times and the players just making plays after plays for both teams. But I'll tell you what, we've seen, even though we've seen so much points on the scoreboard, a lot of fireworks that way, there was a lot of great defensive plays here tonight.
Yeah.
And you can't overlook that. I thought that was huge. When both teams needed it, they came up with big plays, either turnovers or stoppage, and it was really impressive to watch some of the defense play when you know it's been an offensive game.
So let's just try to get a quick breakdown. So with the score 23-15 late in the first half, Burgettstown getting a long touchdown pass. The Scotties drive down the field. They get inside the red zone. They throw an interception in the end zone. Schrockman with that pick. He comes out of the end zone to the 5-yard line. They can close to run the clock out, but not quite. They punt it with about, they snapped with 6 seconds left about.
7 seconds, yeah.
Jamel Mitchell breaks through, blocks it. It goes out of the end zone with some amount of time on the clock and made it a 23-17 Union deficit. A little bit of momentum at that point. First play of the second half, a 64-yard run from Brown. Rudy Brown gets it down to the 1-yard line. Kosher runs it in on the next play. Made it 30-17, and after that, all Scotties. Braylon Thomas a 4-yard run. Braylon Thomas a 68-yard pass to Dane Jonke. Braylon Thomas a 1-yard quarterback sneak. Dane Jonke 2 more touchdown catches from 8 yards and 20 yards. And all of a sudden, instead of a 30-17 deficit, it's a 51-30 victory, or lead at that point.
Those short touchdowns all set up by fumble recoveries
by
the defense that really made a big play. That's what I'm talking about. You got a little everything tonight. Yeah, you've seen the explosiveness of this offense and what they can do, either big plays or run it in and play some little smash-mouth football at times. And we've seen that with Thomas underneath center. Thomas' first sneak was he went into, bounced off his own player, and then ran about 60 yards to his right to get to the pylon first to get into the end zone. We've seen so many athletic plays here tonight. It was phenomenal. Not only just the big passes that he had and the big runs, just the leadership, I thought. What we've seen from Braylon Thomas was impressive here tonight.
And then down the stretch, they tried Burgettstown stayed with it after they went down 51-30. How about an 80-yard kick return from Zach Schrockman, keeping it alive? Then they recovered an onside kick, and there's still 8 minutes left to go, but Union able to weather the storm. They get the 4th turnover. Denon Bowen getting the late interception to finally wrap it up. But yeah, in a game where they score 51 points, we're going defensive for our post-game awards here, Tim. Let's start with the Maley Chiropractic play of the game. We're going to give it for that final interception. Denon Bowen will receive our Maley Chiropractic play of the game award. He just received his T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game recipient. You can view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of plays of the game by going online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations, Denon Bowen, representing the entire defense with the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game for those 4 turnovers in the second half. They kept them in the game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
And our MVP Insurance Game Award will go to Jamel Mitchell, who had the punt block in the end zone, had a bunch of sacks here tonight, and helped lead this defense to a victory here tonight. MVP Insurance is proud to present MVP Game Award to Jamel Mitchell of Union. Tonight's MVP Insurance and Lawrence County Sportsnet are proud to honor Jamel tonight for tonight's MVP of the game. He'll receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being tonight's MVP of the game. To view a list of this year's Games MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations again to Jamel Mitchell of Union for being tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance. Call MVP for the win.
Rudy Brown, 141 yards rushing for Burgettstown unofficially. Brody Crozier, 111 on the ground. 3 touchdowns, and he also had a passing touchdown as well. Zach Schrockman, an interception on defense, a kick return touchdown, and a receiving touchdown. He just has done it all for this team all season long. For Union, we're not going to go without mentioning Braylon Thomas, because he was he was the obvious potential choice for an MVP of the game with these numbers. 161 yards passing and 3 touchdowns, 109 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. He did receive a shirt tonight for his LGKG Athlete of the Month award. So he does go home with some merchandise here this evening. Dane Jonke over 100 yards receiving with those 3 touchdowns as well. The Scotties victorious 51-37. They will take on Clairton next Friday night. Site and time to be determined. I'm going to make a prediction of Cannon McMillan High School, just because that's where it seems like Lawrence County always ends up playing against Clairton, either there or Short Tears Houston. But stay tuned. We'll probably get that information sometime late on Saturday or maybe on Sunday. But as soon as we know, we will let you know as well. And hopefully we'll be able to provide you coverage of that one, as we'll be following both the Scotties. Neshannock will have a home game next week, and Mohawk will advance into the quarterfinals as well. Tim? Well, I think you and I are going to be doing the Scotties Express like last year again.
Yeah, I hope to jump on that bandwagon for a long ride again this year, as we did last year, watching them win the WPIAL championship and then advance all the way to the state championship game. And we'll see what's in store in 23. But again, a quick shout out to Sons of Italy, Lodge 1171 for their sponsorship of tonight's audio broadcast on lcsportsnet.com. It's groups like that that gives us the opportunity to bring the playoff games to you. So we encourage you all to get in touch with us as the playoffs continues, because we've got a lot of games coming our way, and we do nothing more than be thrilled to bring them to you.
And we thank again everybody for staying cool with us as we're trying to get all the technical issues figured out with the new streaming system. We made it work one way or the other, Tim. That's we got it on the air. That's all we can do. It is a win, and it is a Union Scotties win here tonight. 51-37, your final. For the entire production staff, the Union students, help me out real quick. We had Addie Nogue, we had Kylie Frustorfer, we had Hayden Strickler, get them all. We had Dom Summers producing with Josh Toman. We had my broadcast colleague, Tim Continenza. We had the Walzers down on the field, Jake running a camera, and Heather getting us these still photos. For that entire crew and Tim Continenza, I'm James Dotson saying so long and